This is FanSpeak, the weekly live show where the fans of comics and its community are our guests. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to FanSpeak. Whoo, new day, Saturday. We have it on here instead of Friday, but of course we've been telling you for a while we're going to do that. We're very happy to have everybody that's in here already. We see you got Roger Hiller and Eric Boyd are in here. Thank you very much. And of course, guys, don't forget to check out our links we have down below, and of course, hitting that share button and letting your family, friends, and extended community know what's going on would be most useful to us. Thank you very much. We are live streaming after all, and of course, we want to be able to have a lot of people in here joining with us. But keep in mind that today it's going to be a very short show. We're only going to go about 30 minutes today. And the reason for that is because I am going and stepping into the Thunderdome over on I Love Comics, which is Engleteen's YouTube channel, which I'm sure one of my moderators is going to throw that link up there a couple times during the stream. And basically, what's happening is I am going head to head versus just some guy in a contest, which will be arguing several points, which I'm going to bring up here today, give you guys kind of a heads up, a sneak peek, as it were, into the upcoming battle royale, as it'll be. But I guess I should go over to my panel here and see what do you think my odds are, Booster?
Oh, well, I think I'm sure you'll be able to debate it very well. I don't even know what you're debating, but I'm sure you'll do very well, Chester. I mean, just some guy. What has he got over you? He's probably more funny, more charming, much larger audience, much better looking, just a better person overall.
Thank you.
I
Thank you. Yeah.
you have 0 odds, Chester.
I know
it's gonna
I
be
do.
A bloody disaster. This is a train wreck.
I would say you have more than one and less than a million. Somewhere
thank
in there.
you. See, that's more positive, which isn't very positive at all. He's what 100 times bigger than we are.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy to be going against him actually because I like his channel. I've been watching for over a year and I really like the guy. He's got good content and I enjoy his show. So it'll be fun. And I might as well just go ahead and I'll give it a few minutes before I get into it, but I'll give a heads up on what we're going to be talking about today. But it is a lot of fun though. Have either one of you guys seen Angleteen's Thunderdome before?
No, I hadn't actually heard of it until now. So.
No.
I have not.
Yeah, I haven't either. He was on our show a couple weeks back, and he was just sitting here chatting about comics, and it was really cool to have him on. And but after the show, he said, "Hey, I'm doing the Thunderdome thing, and I need some people. Any you guys interested?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." And I had no idea what I was walking myself into, but I'm very happy to do so, and I'm prepared. Understand that I am prepared. I have prepared, so that means something.
You have your notes.
I do.
You have all your data analysis.
I do.
I don't even know what you're bloody arguing about yet.
Oh well, I can talk about that now. Just once again, guys, hit that share button so we can get more people in here, and I'll go ahead and talk about that. Well, the first thing, he gave us 3 things that we're going to be talking about, and then he has 4, like he's calling it like a lightning round questions, which we have no clue about. And I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything like that, but or any argument, but just kind of give the headlines, as it were. The first thing we were meant to do was to create a comic book elevator pitch, basically, for a comic book that Kwanzaa would like. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So.
So you're just gonna do Black Panther then? Because
Wakanda!
that's about all he likes.
Oh
no, but I did create something, and it's not politically correct. I can say that at least. But yeah, I didn't hold anything back because simply the fact is Kwanzaa is a extreme bigot and racist. So I have to make something that a bigot would like, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting creating that elevator pitch. And then the other things we had to do was kind of interesting. Let me switch over here and I'll share this with you guys. You can see it as well. But then we had to create a couple other things, answer to a couple other questions. So let me see here. Go to this one, allow this, and then do this. So what I had to do was, first of all, of course, the Kwanzaa thing, which I'm not going to talk about what I came up with, but I had to come up with something he'd like, and very difficult. You ever notice, something? This might be a little controversial in and of it to itself, but you ever notice that it's always the mulattoes that are the most angry? You ever notice that? What is that, you think?
Lack of identity,
I don't know what
probably.
it is. I I don't know. I can't say. I'm afraid.
Yeah, well,
Is
it's
he only
because
half?
they're not probably if they went and did a D&E test, they probably show up as European and not African at all. But
Is he
the
a
African
halfie?
features and stuff are very hard to. It takes many generations for them to go away because they're very strong and dominant features, right? But
If you got both, why do you identify as black? I don't get it. Just identify as white and get all that privilege. What's the
Yeah, well,
problem?
from what they say, right? Or just be whatever country you are, like say American or Canadian or something like that. But I think it is because they really desperately want to be part of something, and they maybe in their heart they feel they're not. But this dude is toxic. I mean, he's literally the guy who said that on 9/11 he was standing in New York and he was happy to be standing in the ashes of burning white people. That's this guy,
Holy shit!
right? So yeah.
Oh, that's something.
Well, anyway, moving on from him, the other thing we had to do was he asked a question of us, and Kwanzaa is going has the first choice, so I'm assuming I will be going first, because you if you have that choice, you got to go last, right? But the question was, what is your other than Godzilla and King Kong, what is the best kaiju, right? Now, of course, he went with Evangelion, which I get. He's a younger guy, but me, I'm coming at it with the man, Gamera, right? And I have a really good argument for this, so we'll see what how this goes. I'm not going to give any details or anything. I'm just giving you headlines, right? But what do you think,
Mm.
Evangelion versus Gamera, best kaiju, aside from Godzilla and King Kong, of course?
Evangelion, does that count
Well,
as a
Yeah, it's a
bloody
kaiju.
kaiju?
they do fight giant monsters, and I just might make the fact that it's not live action as a point against it. I might do that. But yeah, I get your
Yeah, I
point.
thought it was
But
just like a mech show. What's going on with that?
yeah, well, I'm not going to give away my arguments. He might be listening.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure just some guy is really listening in on us intently.
maybe not. But this is really cool. I'm gonna have a fun talking about this. Just talking about Gamera, because a lot of people don't. So that'll be fun. And then the other question that we know, like I said, there's four questions we don't know, was who is the worst character in the MCU? Now, of course, just some guy chose the obvious choice, Captain Marvel. This is the easy choice, and honestly, he's kind of gone easy choices in my opinion. But me, I'm going to argue why Thor is the worst character in the MCU.
Uh oh.
See, I didn't take the easy path. I challenged myself,
Uh
right?
oh. Why would you do that?
Because
You're
I
gonna lose that round. That's not going well.
no, I actually have a very good argument as to why Thor is the worst MCU character.
I hope it's a brilliant argument.
I hope so. But I think it's a good
Yeah.
argument because I love Thor. Thor's one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, but I don't think he's been given the respect due. And I'm going to
Oh,
make that
hmm.
argument on that point. But we'll see. We'll see. This could all go horribly south.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's the Latin passion. What is that? Roger Heller. I haven't been paying attention over here. I've been on the backside showing you guys these things. And Eric Boyd says Chester has a great support system. Yes, I do, man. I absolutely do. And we're going to be heading over there in about coming up on 50 minutes. So we're about 50 minutes outside of that show starting. So what I'm going to
Oh,
have
you've
to.
done your stretches?
I have done my stretches and stuff. I've had
Have you done your vocal exercises?
ha 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 do re mi fa sol la ti
You got
do. Yeah,
no,
I'm
you
good.
beat your chest. You beat your chest like this.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
The whole thing.
yeah, the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah. But of course, I
What
have
in
to show up.
God's name have I walked into?
I don't know. But of course, I have to go in 30 minutes ahead of time, so I'm going to be leaving here out real short today. But that's okay. This is going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys all come over and join us for that. I think it's going to be exciting. I don't know it. I don't know the format. I know what's going on. I'm just going to go and be part of it. So I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, I don't know anything. So it is what it is. But yeah, what do you guys think?
It should be a fun watch. I just, oh no, just don't make us look bad.
I do my best. I do my best.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
but I think also it'd be a good thing for the channel. you know Maybe get some
Oscar.
more eyes on it, and have people that haven't heard of us before come over and maybe be part of what we're doing here. Because one of the things is about YouTube is always you're always trying to expand yourself and get a bigger viewership and more people involved. Now of course we're not monetized. We have no plan on being monetized. I suppose eventually when we hit the 1,000 subs, we'll turn the super chats on, just because that's kind of fun. But we're not here
Mhm.
about making money. That's not the point. We're here, a bunch of fans having fun. And of course, one of
Well,
the other
well, I want
benefits,
money.
well, you may want it, but I'm
Yeah.
fine. But another big benefit, though, Booster, of not being monetized is I don't have to worry about YouTube in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not making money off me, so they don't have to be concerned of what I'm doing, and therefore wonder if their commercial monies are going to be effective, because people are like, I don't want to be that guy to be showing my ads or what have you. So that doesn't come into play. And That's one of the reasons I'm not being monetized. I understand a lot of people try to make a living out of it, and cool, like just some guy. I mean, he I'm sure is at least a part-time YouTuber as far as the money he makes, I would imagine. And cool for him. Go for it. But I'm not doing that. We're just here having some fun. Love MCU. Thor Hemsworth just gets more and more charismatic. Yeah, no, Valen, and I love Thor too, and that's the argument I'm going to make. That they haven't really given us the Thor we should have been gotten, especially that last movie. But nevertheless, I did come across something very interesting today. Would you guys like to see? Let me show you.
How interesting.
It's pretty interesting, I think. I thought it was pretty interesting. Now, I did have this one little story we're going to cover, but I'll get to that in a minute. But I went and just made all I was trying to do was to try to make sure I was spelling Kwanzaa's name right in that little photo I showed you. That's all I'm doing, because he's got a weird name. But I,
How do you
so I,
say that last name? Also,
Also,
Hasajiefa?
Asayo Jehefio, I guess. But
Oh,
I have no clue. But I went over to look for that. I did a search for it, and of course his Twitter came up, so I used that to go ahead and write his name down. But look at this. Look, I'm going to show you something interesting. Watch.
oh no.
Kwanzaa, however that's
Oh,
pronounced. Look at that. Look at that.
already blocked by him.
You are blocked from following Kwanzaa and viewing Kwanzaa tweets. Learn more. I don't need to learn more. I do find it's interesting though, because I've never met the guy. I've never tweeted the
Block
guy.
bots.
I've never even looked up his name until just literally 30 minutes ago. And I've never actually said a word about him. Maybe I have. Maybe I've said a word or two. But I haven't made any kind of major videos or any kind of thing against this guy at all. So I'm curious, why am I blocked? How would I be blocked? Thundera, can you explain the nuance of what he's doing here?
It's called a block bot.
Hmm.
Anybody remotely in certain circles, it will find them, track them down, and
Hey,
automatically block them.
I'm blocked too.
So
Yep.
therefore, I am someone. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Damn
You
it,
Well,
just
you're
follow
Booster!
someone
someone to
enough.
block.
You're someone enough that an AI recognized you with the search parameters it was given.
Yay! Yay! I'm not happy. I'm clapping. I'm clapping to myself. Yay! I'm somebody. It's hilarious though. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't know why he's wearing a dog hat. I'm not really sure about the picture. But it's
That's a nice
that's
hat. I like his
hilarious,
hat.
huh?
I like his hat.
Well, because it makes it
He's
look
he's
like you have
culturally
hair.
appropriating. He's culturally appropriating Russia with that hat. I don't
Yes,
like it.
the
Yeah,
Slavic
yeah.
peoples. Stop that. I
That's pretty
love that when
racist,
they get
but
up and talk about cultural appropriation. Oh, first of all, they're never right. And second of all, it's like, stop speaking my language then. Stop wearing my
Yeah.
denim,
they
Stop
right?
being in our countries. What are you
Yeah,
talking
what are
about?
you talking about, cultural appropriation? Everything about you is my culture. The whole
Yeah.
world is stuck on my culture right now. What are you talking about? Even over here in Japan, they don't even wear their damn kimonos and things hardly anymore. They're all wearing, Western clothing and Western stuff.
Hmm.
disgraceful. How dare they?
Disgraceful, culturally appropriating everything.
Take it off. Take off the clothes, they annoy me.
Only the women, though.
Oof, oof. Yes, that's right, Joshua. But just Booster is about the money and oil. Lots and lots of
Yeah,
oil. You're
yeah.
right, Eric. You're all right.
I like both those things. Yes, yes.
But I'm curious, how many people in the chat, can you do me a favor? I got it up here on the screen so you guys can type it. Go ahead, go to your Twitter, type in Kwanzaa Asayahufufu, whatever the name is supposed to be. Type that in and tell me, are you blocked? Go over and check it. I want to see how many people here in the chat are actually blocked by Kwanzaa, even though none of us have probably ever spoken to the guy or hardly even about the guy. I mean, I think I've made a
I
couple
nuked
little comments. Huh?
I nuked my Twitter from orbit, so I can't.
Oh, that's all right. I
No,
mean, I was talking
that's
in the
probably a
chat,
good
really.
idea. Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious, dude. Why would you care?
It is it is very interesting. It's very
Yeah,
strange to
especially
be that
because
weak.
yeah, well, I is also I don't care, dude. I had the only reason I was even found out was because I had to spell your weird name, and then he wasn't born with that name. Let's see. Joshua
Mhm.
says I could do that, but I won't because IDC. What is IDC?
I don't care.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, that's that
Mhm.
modern millennial speak. I get it.
Yeah,
D
yeah.
Yeah. Dave says I just checked. I'm blocked. Yeah. Geez. Wow. I guess why? Because maybe these guys are so sensitive. If you even like a video that they don't, they go off and like you're a Nazi or something. Maybe because many of us are like subbing to Ethan or Mike or something. Maybe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
Zach. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
It'll find you and get you.
Any of those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. I'm sub to all those guys, so I'm guilty. I'm guilty, Thundero.
Yeah.
Guilty,
That's
guilty bear.
A guilty
that's too
bear.
naughty. You're
Too
not
A
naughty.
allowed these
bad bear.
opinions.
All right. Well, anyway, let's go over and do the one piece of news I am going to talk about today, and then we'll be getting out of here pretty quick because like I said, I got the big this big show going on. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, this once again is from Geekdom. And excuse me, Geekdom has been he's got his own YouTube channel, or excuse me, he's got his own website going on, trying to be like Bleeding Cool or Bounding into Comics, something like that. I think is what he's doing, and he's been advertising on FanSpeak for a while, which we're happy
Don't
to
call
have
him
him do.
bleeding cool. That's just uncalled for.
Well, I'm just trying to make an analogy, right?
Oh,
Um,
dude.
but nevertheless, I like what he does. Actually, I like his content, and he puts a lot of stuff up there on the FanSpeak for us to read, and I chose one today to get into. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and read it here. So let's see. And let's see if it's honest, because we know a lot of times with these articles they'll have a headline that's like clickbaity, but then the body of the story is nothing close to the clickbait, right? So let's see if this is an honest story here. Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, believes Thanos isn't a bad guy. Now this is coming from May 3rd, so this is quite a while ago, but he reposted it up, and I
That's
remember this
2 days
argument,
ago.
huh?
May 1st, 2 days ago.
Yes, so he reposted it.
Yeah.
But or he posted it later. But I've heard this argument before. People were, when the first Infinity War came out, which a year or two ago, right? When that movie came out, a lot of people were arguing whether Thanos is a bad guy or not. And it's like, have you watched the movie? But anyway, let's see what this small article. So I'm just going to read through it. It's hard to imagine the Mad Titan of being anything other than evil. However, Evans was quick to defend Thanos' action in Avengers Endgame, the Captain America Civil War actor explained. Now, let's talk about Endgame. Now, it's kind of interesting because Thanos' motivations in Endgame are thin, super ultra thin. The argument
Mhm.
in Infinity War is much better. But nevertheless, let's continue.
Hmm.
It's easy when the villain is so clearly bad to hate him. Marvel Studios has done this strange thing with Thanos, where they gave him a logical point of view, in my opinion. He's a sort of masked misanthrope, or something cloaked in a binary logic about the greater good. Okay, Mr. Evans. Strange as it seems, Evans continued to state that Thanos might be wrong about how how he dealt with a certain problem, but doesn't mean he doesn't have good intentions. A little bit of grammar there. You get a word look on there, geekdom. He's not just this evil guy. He thinks he's doing a good thing, which makes him sympathetic to some degree. Brolin really grounds him in this kind of human way, so you don't see a monster or a villain. You see a person who thinks they're doing something good, Evan said. He does have a point, but that probably won't stop fans from hating on Thanos for a long time. Either way, we're just glad that the Mad Titan is no more and the Avengers can finally move forward. Okay, so you with the very last statement, what was the point of everything you said before? It's a very weird little comment from Evans, don't you think?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Particularly since we've heard Chris Evans say something about if he had an Infinity Gauntlet, he would use the snap and it would be political. Have you heard that comment?
Oh yeah, yeah. He is. We chide on Brie Larson for her toxic bratdom because that's what she
Hmm.
really is. She's a self-absorbed, delusional brat, really. But
Yes.
Chris Evans is way worse than her. She's a
Yeah, in a lot of
lightweight
ways,
in
absolutely.
comparison. This guy is a
Yeah.
straight, full-on white knighting SJW. Toxic.
He's
Hmm.
a communist.
He's a
Yeah.
What a
communist. Yeah.
surprise! A communist sympathizes with a genocidal maniac.
Mhm.
That not a shock at all. Thanos' sympathy is the sympathy you feel for him is his struggle, not his motivations or his goals. He struggles to
Yeah.
achieve those goals quite hard, in fact.
Mhm.
But that's where the sympathy comes from, not the fact that he has a point. His point is if you kill half of everything, the universe will thrive. No, you just killed half the universe. You literally did the opposite of making it thrive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think Thanos' goal was sympathetic at all. I think it's downright
No,
evil, and I think it's the absolute delusions of someone who has an idea and think it'll just work in theory. It
You
just
know,
sounds good on paper.
Thanos for me is the perfect example, and I'm kind of wondering if the Russo brothers did this on purpose. But he's like the perfect embodiment of a modern SJW. Really, their
I,
ideas and views have no logical sense. They don't make sense whatsoever, but they're dedicated to them. Therefore, that makes them good.
I
And
mean, Thanos was
'cause-
a great villain in my opinion. He's
oh, he was a great villain.
one of the few good villains in the MCU. I don't. MCU has a lot of strong points. I don't think their villains is one of them.
Well, see, I've always argued the point that Iron Man is like the biggest villain of the whole story because he's the one that causes all the problems, right? But I
Oh,
get your point. I
dude,
get it.
Age of Ultron made me hate Iron Man for a while because he created Ultron, and the big response was "Ooh, silly Toady, guess we'll go fix it." You created a genocidal robot maniac, and you want us to just laugh it off. That's an awful movie.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of those kind of things, and Iron Man is really, really troublesome. But
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. This isn't a big a deal. I just thought it was an interesting little thing that I picked up, and I wanted to support the geekdom as well because I like what he's doing. Other
yeah.
than the little grammar point in there where he left off one he, you need to have someone go back and edit you, dude. Check your stuff. But other than that, I like his little articles. I like what he's doing. I like his presentation, his production value. I think it's good. But this is kind of typical. Chris Evans has always got something stupid to say, and
yes, he's very stupid. He's a
he
very
is.
dumb person.
And this is the problem.
And
Why?
he's a fine actor, but he's just stupid. He's not a smart guy. You can see it in his face when he's not in a role, even when he's in character. Like there's just nothing behind those eyes. He's a dumb, stupid person.
Why
He's
do you
lucky
think
he's
so?
pretty
Why do you think so many socialists are dumb, though? I mean, literally not very smart. What do you
because
think
they're
that is?
socialists. You answered your own bloody question. What are you on about?
Maybe I did. Yeah.
No, there's actually there's a lot of hard data which would be very boring for everybody that you can get into to find the answer to that question. But basically, it's just a very large insecurity and lack of a capability, and they know it. So they want to take from others that they can't create themselves.
Hmm.
Whereas
Hmm.
people who are extremely capable are almost all capitalists because why wouldn't they be? They can
Yeah,
go
of
make
course.
things themselves.
Well,
Um, it's
another.
that simple. It's just envy,
It is,
political envy.
I think, and I agree with that. And it's also, there are some easy targets too. Like, for instance, if you go to listen to this Cortez girl that got in somehow into the Congress, she's easy target though. It's too easy because she says the dumbest things all the time. The world has got to end in 12 years. I mean, what?
Yeah, yeah, they've
I mean,
been
just
they've
on
been
and on and
banging
on
that
and on.
drum for decades.
But she's just really not smart.
Mm.
Even though she's supposedly what she's a Boston College or Boston University educator or something like that.
Her
But
own fellow
obviously,
Democrats wouldn't even help her pass this stupid bill.
well, yeah, I know, but that was really dumb. But I'd rather take a harder target. Let's take a look at a Mr. Bernie Sanders. Now, Mr. Bernie
Is
Sanders,
that a
who's
harder target?
well, I would say people who think he's
Now,
smarter,
what do you mean by a
right?
harder target? Just because he's a white male?
Well, no,
Well, he's a
I
he's a Jewish male, but yeah.
but he's also a bum. He's never had a real job in his life. But if you listen to his arguments, although they try to paint him as being this genius, democratic socialist type of thing, if you listen to him, he's full of it constantly. That guy lies every other breath, right? And beyond that, his arguments are really dumb. They're easy to tear apart. Now, if you're a person who's just listening to, points that that are make you happy, and you're not actually paying attention to the content, I guess Bernie could be popular. But if you actually listen to what he says, think about it for a second, maybe even research a point or two, you will find that this guy says the dumbest things all the time. He does.
So wait, are you telling me that Avengers Endgame is the Bernie Sanders of movies?
I think so. Yeah.
The more you think about it, the worse it gets.
Yes. You see, I was leading up to that. Thank you for taking my
Young
punchline.
people absolutely lapping up to it, soaking
Yeah.
up everything else. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it works.
Yeah, I hated Endgame, but I'm not mad they're making money though. It's all good. Yeah, I hated that movie because no,
I don't
I've digested
hate
it
Endgame,
down
but
into this simple little point though. 'Cause I'm not going to give spoilers. We're not going to get into a big hating on Endgame thing here. I'm just going to make this one point. I think what happened was this. They realized that this is the last movie for their main cast, the Avenger cast, right? And instead of being, "Yay, this is the last movie. Let's give them a big hurrah." Instead, they panic and say, "Oh my God, this is the last movie. We need to prepare for the next chapter. What are we going to do? Well, if we tear them all down, get rid of them, or kill them, and then we can build up the other ones in the film, that'll make it easier going to the next movie." And that's what happened.
yeah,
Hmm.
And then you sprinkle a little bit of progressive politics on top of it, right, for good measure. But
no,
in
Infinity War was so much better,
It was,
in
but
my
I
opinion.
really think that's what happened. They panicked and they thought they needed to set themselves up, and that was stupid. They should have just made a good last hurrah movie. Didn't need to be no 3 hours. They could have done an hour and a half even. Just good old hurrah movie. Wrap it up nice and tight, and then in a year or two from now, start off the new chapter, however you want. Right? But that's not what they did. They got in a panic, and I think that's why they made a decision that they needed to reduce the main cast so they could build up this other cast because the people that are going forward just don't have the charisma to handle it. I don't have any problems with the dude who's playing Sam Wilson, but he's not really likable. He doesn't have any charisma. The girl, once again, playing Scarlet Witch, I have no problem with her, but she doesn't have any charisma. She doesn't catch my attention or keep it, right? And et cetera, et cetera. Brie Larson is toxic. I mean, they don't have anything going forward that is like what they had from before, unfortunately. This is really an uphill
This
battle.
the strange thing is it seems to be, and I'm not going to say who these two are, but you two, everybody, most people will know what I mean. They've put their two most charismatic and capable of carrying movies by themselves, males especially, together. So now they're going to be together on one property instead of separate. It
Oh,
Uh,
the
doesn't
who
make
Christmas.
any sense. Yeah,
who are you
that doesn't
talking
make
about?
any sense. The Chris's, the two remaining Chris's. Um, it
They're
doesn't
both
make any
gone. I
sense
don't
to me
understand. What are you
because
talking about? Chris
Yeah, he's
Evans
talking
is
about
gone.
Hemsworth and Pratt, how they're both going to be on the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Oh,
yes,
okay. I get it. I get it. Wow, there's a lot of Chris's, huh?
it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make any sense because they're the only two that are left that have any gravitas to them that are going to carry a movie at all. People think that, oh well, Black Panther made a lot of money and Captain Marvel made a lot of money. Yeah, they did that almost entirely off of one, political nonsense, and two, brand recognition. But that's only going to go so far. These
Oh,
movies aren't just going to make money forever just because they are MCU movies.
I'm see.
Mhm.
You didn't catch the wink, wink. I guess you missed that, huh? It's obvious to me that in the next Guardians movie, Thor is dying. They're gonna
Yeah,
kill him off. He's gone, right?
yeah.
You know,
Stormbreaker's going to Beta Ray Bill probably.
probably.
They've been hitting at him coming.
They have been hinting, and that's part of the winking, right?
You
But
should
yeah, no, dude, I'm sure Thor is dead. They
did
did
you read
everything
Comic
in.
Book Bob's comment? That was very good.
Let's see. Comic Book Bob says the argument of whether or not Thanos is evil was rendered moot when he said he would enjoy destroying Earth because they stood in his way. That's psycho, megalomaniac. That's a psycho, megalomaniac, tyrant, shite. End of argument. Yes, of course you're right. We all
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
We all agree. Yeah. But anyway, it's 30 minutes past, so I need to go over and get prepared for the show. Thank you for joining us for this abbreviated and truncated fan
Right.
speak. Our first Saturday fan speak, by the way.
We're
And
gonna be in the back room. We're gonna be hyping up Chester, getting all ready for his big match, rubbing his shoulders, giving him a towel,
yes,
and
yes,
a big walk. I don't know how boxing works. I'd imagine that's what it's like.
yes, mouthpieces and oil and such.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to go over and do that now. Thundera, can you do me a favor and throw up the link to I Love Comics, please? So what we're going to do here in about 30 minutes, go over. Thank you very much. Go over and join I Love Comics, and come and see the show.
Beach to it.
Basically, like I said, what's going on today is you have me versus just some guy, great YouTuber, very happy to have him, and we're going head to head and going to be, going at it in a fight, and we're going to see who wins. And
I think he's.
Thundero
I think
is
he's
he's
painting a
hyping it a
lot.
lot.
You can't miss it.
Thank you.
There, now no one can say they didn't see it.
There you go. Thank you very much,
And
Thundero.
Booster has no proof he beat me.
I definitely beat you.
Yeah, I see his first actually. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I see Denali's in here, and before I
Yeah.
get off, I'll let Denali say something. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I just came back from watching Endgame. I'm kind of numb. I'm still processing everything that I saw.
Mhm.
I, you know, it's a lot to unpack, but basically, I feel like end of an era, and I'm not really interested in watching any future Marvel flicks
No, right?
anytime soon. I'm not going to be rushing out to see it.
Yeah, that is true.
They telegraphed all their moves, what they're going to be doing for the next 10 years, and I really don't want any of that
Yep.
stuff that they're producing, and that's about it. Truncated version, because I know you got to go to the Thunderdome. So good luck, Chester. Hope that you be like Rocky and stay to the limit.
I shall, and I'm going to be climbing stairs and everything. But
Yeah.
anyway, guys, thank you very much. I will see you in 30 minutes over there. That's going to be fun. Come and join, support me. If it is a straw poll, please vote for me, please. I don't want to. I don't want to have 0 votes. At least a couple votes. I don't know how it's going to be done. But if it is, of course, a straw poll, I'm dead from the beginning. There's no way I'm going to beat just some guy in that way. But it doesn't matter anyway. It's all good fun. This is just a fun thing. This isn't so serious.
Yeah.
You think
But
this is fun?
yeah,
You
sure.
think
it's
this
fun.
is fun, Chester? This is gosh darn war.
All right, fine. I'm gonna. All right, fine. I'm gonna pump myself up. I'm gonna bring grenades.
Here I am. Dun, dun, dun. Rock
All
you like a hurricane.
right.
Dun, dun. Yeah, we're getting hyped up.
All right, Denali,
Yeah.
take us out of here.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the first Saturday fan speak of this new year. That's going to be it. But as always, your perception shapes your reality, so always make it a good one.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Later, guys.
Aloha.
Okay, bye.